The doubleheader trend continues here today as a flooded field moved yesterday's game to right now. Hello, I'm Donovan Mann, the voice of the Grand Lake Mariners, live from Cincinnati, Ohio, and Max McCleary Field at Western Hills High School, the site for today's matchup between the Steam of Cincinnati and your Grand Lake Mariners. The Steam come into this matchup with a record at 9-2, good for best in the Southern Division, and most recently they're coming off a split doubleheader between the Richmond Jazz, dropping the first game before they went on to win the second one. Mariners likewise sitting at 6-6 on the season thus far. They also come off of a split doubleheader versus the Hamilton Joes last Thursday, dropping the first before having a comeback victory in the second game, winning that one by a final score of 4-3. For the Mariners, the road has been very rough, and currently they sit at a road record of 2-6. But a bright spot is in this long 8-game road stretch we are now on games 5 and 6 of today. They've split the previous 4, going 2-2. Mariners don't plan on keeping the trend of 500 baseball going though, and the hope is here they can lead off with what was a really good last game where the bats were hot and the pitching and the defense was just solid. It's Mariners Steam live from Cincinnati. I'll step aside for a brief moment and then I'll come back. I'll return, have your starting lineups, the play-by-play. You are listening to Mariners Baseball right here on YouTube. Welcome back out to Cincinnati, Ohio. Go ahead and get you your starting lineups here. First for the visiting Mariners, Evan Spry playing first base today will lead off. Jaron Lovely, the right fielder, will be batting second. Shortstop Chris Myers batting third. Batting cleanup today will be Logan Adams, the catcher. Ryan Stacy, center fielder today, batting fifth. Sixth will be third baseman Jake McCall. R.J. Williams, left fielder, batting seventh. Batting eighth will be Blake Crossing playing second base. And then Steven Fitzsimmons, being the designated hitter, will be batting last. We'll now step aside for a brief moment, talk about the starting pitcher, Jay Wilson, for the Steam when we come back. Thank you for listening to Mariners Baseball right here on YouTube. So the starting pitcher on the mound here for the Steam today will be Jay Wilson, a right-hander. Jay Wilson wearing number 36, standing at 6'5" from Loveland, Ohio. He attends Miami, that is of Ohio, not of Florida. This season he has 3 appearances. This will be his fourth, including his second start. So far on the season he has a 7.20 ERA. In 5 innings pitched, he has struck out 4 and walked 2. At Miami this past season, he had 13 appearances with 5 starts. He went 2-1 with a 36 2/3 innings pitched, with a 4.66 ERA, 29 strikeouts. Back in 2017, he took a medical red shirt, so he only has 1 season of college ball under his belt thus far. Again, he is a righty coming into this game. I'd like to thank you all for listening here. A doubleheader live from Cincinnati, Ohio, as the Mariners and Steam had a day off due to some flooding on the field, and now they'll come into this one. The Mariners come back from playing what was the worst record-wise in the Great Lakes Summer League in the Hamilton Joes. They are now next to last after getting a victory yesterday against the Thursday against the Mariners, or Friday, correction. The Steam have the best record in the Great Lakes Summer League. So polar opposites here for the Mariners, sitting at 6-6. They'll be looking to improve on that record here. Again, leading off for the Mariners, it will be Evan Spry, left-handed batter. Mariners have a lot of left-handed batters in every lineup. So Spry wearing number 42, batting .344, coming into this game with a .447 on-base percentage, 4 RBIs. He's also stolen 4 bases, so look for him to run when he gets on. He attends Creighton. He's from Janesville, Wisconsin. Here comes the delivery. This one is high and outside, ball 1. For Spry this past season at Creighton, he had 12 appearances with 5 starts. He hit .238 with 5 RBIs and a home run before he attended Creighton, as this is strike 1. 1-1 the count. Before Creighton, he attended Janesville Craig High School, where he had lettered all 4 years. Here comes the delivery. This one will catch the outside of the plate there. Ball, strike 2, 1-2 now the count. For Spry, as a senior at Janesville High, he hit .407 as here comes the 1-2 high, missing ball 2, 2-2 now the count. He hit .407 as a senior with 83 total RBIs on his career, including 33 as a junior. He holds the school record with 8 triples in a season. And this will be a strikeout here.
There's our first Champions Grill strikeout game for the evening. Go ahead and flip that.
He went down swinging, so there's one away. Jaron Lovely, the right fielder, will now come up. He attends Marshall University. Lovely comes into this day. Again, he plays right field for most of the time. He's only had a couple games where he did not start, as this one misses outside, ball 1, 1-0 now the count here to Lovely. Lovely entering this day is hitting .324 with a .465 on base percentage, an RBI to his name, a couple stolen bases as well. Again, he attends Marshall, where he had 17 appearances. This one's fouled back, 1-1 the count now. For Lovely, with those 17 appearances, he also had 1 start, hitting .250 with a .368 on base percentage. As he looks in, batting left, here comes the 1-1 delivery to him. He cuts on and misses. Strike 2, 1-2 now the count here to Lovely. He'll reassure his footing and step back in. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. This will be cut on and missed. So back-to-back strikeouts here now for Jay Wilson. So Jay Wilson gets 2 quick strikeouts here again for him entering this day. He had 4, so make it 6 now total for him on the year. And that'll bring up Chris Myers, shortstop, also batting left, so 3 straight lefties to start this lineup here for the Mariners. Again, that's pretty much how it's been, as this one will catch the outside of the plate, 0-1. First right-handed batter will be Logan Adams, the cleanup man. And not a lot of right-handed hitting in general on this roster for the Mariners. They love their lefties, as this one misses well outside, Ball 1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. This will miss outside as well. Ball 2-1 the count. Chris Myers in the second game, as he will cut this one into right field, and that'll be a 2-out single there as it gets into the gap. With 2 outs now, runner on first, Logan Adams, the catcher, cleanup hitter, comes in now. He attends Dartmouth College, be a sophomore there. He had 9 appearances with going 4 for 8 at the plate with 2 RBIs. From Knoxville, Tennessee, this season for the Mariners, he's hitting .364 with a .467 on-base percentage and 4 RBIs. He's also got a double to his name. He'll be batting right. Here comes the cut on and foul tipped back. 0-1. If Adams were to reach, Ryan Stacy would be due up next, center fielder. But first, the 0-1 count now here to Adams. Wilson on the mound. Here comes the delivery. This will be foul tipped back. And the count now to the backstop, 0-2. With 2 outs, runner on first. Runner on first is Chris Myers. We'll see if they decide to send him here now with 2 strikes. Look in, check. Here comes the gather by Wilson. He will deliver. This will be low and in the dirt. Ball 1-2 now the count here to Logan Adams. The field here at Max McCleary Field, it is a natural field, dirt and all. Played on a couple turf fields recently. But here it is dirt, here it is grass on the infield and outfield alike. Here comes the 1-2 delivery to Adams. This will be fouled back into the protective netting. The count will remain at 1-2. Weather here at the start of this game from Cincinnati, Ohio, it is 84 degrees, clouds in the area with a 57% humidity. No storms expected to scare us away here in this doubleheader, as Wilson will gather the 1-2 deliver, cut on and miss there. So striking out the side, but allowing a single as well. 3 strikeouts already for Jay Wilson. There was 1 man left on base on the 1 hit, no runs scored, no errors. We will now head to the bottom of the first with the score tied here at 0. We'll talk about the starting pitcher and the lineup here for the Steam on the other side of this break. Thank you for listening to Mariners Baseball here on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So the starting pitcher for the Mariners today will be Joshua Riggs. Riggs enters this game 1-1 with a 6 ERA and 9 innings pitched. He's had 2 starts. This will be his 3rd now from Irons, Michigan. Alma College is where he goes. Along with his 9 innings pitched, he has struck out 8, yet to walk a batter on the season. He has, however, given up 3 home runs, which has been the big black spot to his record thus far. We'll see if he can rein that in here. He is very much a good strikeout pitcher with those 8 strikeouts in his 2 previous starts. We'll see if he can continue that trend here today. The lineup for the Steam looks like this. Hunter Hughes will be in left fielder. Sebastian Fabic will be in right field batting 2nd. Eddie Persinger, the designated hitter, batting 3rd. And those are the first 3 due up for the Steam. Griffin Bernardo will be batting cleanup. Jake Cates batting 5th. Batting 6th will be Ryan Ferner. Adam Levy will be batting 7th. Batting 8th will be Marshall Gee. And then Thomas Bennett will be batting 9th. But first, Hunter Hughes, the left fielder, will step in. Riggs will deliver to him. This will catch the outside of the plate there. Strike 1, 0-1 now. The count here quickly for Riggs. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. This one is foul back and out of play. 0-2. Hughes is going to have a conversation with himself here with that one. He's not happy. Riggs, in his most recent start, was against the Green Giants. He walked away with a win in that one as this is low, ball 1. 1-2 now the count here. That game he went 7 innings, only allowed 3 runs, struck out 6, didn't walk anybody as this one is cut on and missed. Down goes swinging will be Hunter Hughes, and there's one away. Sebastian Fabik now steps in, the right fielder, batting right. For Fabik, hitting .237 coming into this game. Here comes the delivery to him. This will be popped right to Riggs, gets over his head. Crossing at second base, though, will come over, grab it, and throw it over. And there is one away on the 4-3 assist to ground out there. That'll be put 2 away now as Eddie Persinger, the designated hitter, steps up. Persinger hitting .302 coming into this game from Sinclair, the college he attends. Had 47 appearances. Here comes the delivery to him. This will be low and inside. Ball 1. 1-0 to count to Persinger. At Sinclair, he had 47 appearances, hit .345 with 42 RBIs, including 10 home runs. As this one will miss low. Again, ball 2. 2-0 the count here now to Persinger. Again, Persinger hitting .302 on the season thus far for the Steam, including a .423 on base percentage. He'll chop this one. Crossing will gather it up, throw it over to first, and that will retire the side on another 4-3 assisted ground out. They go in order here for the Steam. The score still tied at 0. There were no errors in the inning as well. We'd like to thank you all for listening to Mariners Baseball. We'll head to the top of the second on the other side of this break. Thank you for listening. Be right back. Welcome back out to Max McClary Field here. The dimensions for the field look like this. Basically straight out to center, it's about 397 for the feetage. You look down the lines, it's a little bit asymmetrical. Going down one line, it is 327. That's going into left field down the line. Going down the right field line, it is 285. As the last couple of warm-up pitches get thrown here in the second inning for Jay Wilson, that'll bring up Ryan Stacy, the center fielder. He'll be batting left as well. That's, by the way, 4 out of the 5 first batters in this lineup are batting left. Again, that's what it is for the Mariners. They love their lefties. That's who came out to play for them, and they're going to use them. So Ryan Stacy, center fielder, will step in batting left. On the year, he's hitting .314 with a .447 on-base percentage. This one misses outside. Ball 1. And, that's the pitch that I believe for most of the batters, I believe that has been the pitch. It's been outside, ball 1 for all these left-handed batters. This one struck, though, right to the second baseman. Making the catch is Levy. So in a line out there, Ryan Stacy will go out, and there's one away. That'll bring up Jake McCall, the third baseman, stepping in now. Batting 6th today. For McCall, wearing number 50, hitting .217 coming into this game. Illinois State is where he goes to college, where he had 14 appearances with 12 starts, hitting .182. Here comes the delivery to him. This will be low and inside. Ball 1. 1-0 now the count here to Stacy. Ryan Stacy has been pretty secure out there in center field. His bat has started to come alive as of late. Here comes the 1-0 delivery to him. This one just missing outside. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. For Stacy, he played center field in both games Friday. Here comes the 2-0 delivery to him. He'll cut on and miss this one. It was well inside. 2-1. I think he was going to swing at anything there because that one was way inside. He should never have swung at that. McCall, 2-1. Jake McCaw is in right now. He's playing third base. In the second game on Friday, McCaw has sacrificed RBI ground out in the first. That gave the Mariners a lead in the beginning of the game. As he swings and tips this one back on the 3-1 count. Now it is full at 3-2. McCaw played first base in that one. And then in the first game against the Mariners, McCaw did not appear. He has a full count, and here comes the payoff pitch. This will be cut on and missed, and McCaw will go down. Actually, no, they'll say he foul tipped it, so the count remains full at 3-2. Here comes the 3-2. This will be fouled off by McCaw. Back into the screen, and the count remains at 3-2. For McCaw, he has played mainly first base. This will be his first appearance at third base of the season. He's done some DHing as well. As the 3-2, here comes the next pitch. This one will be chopped right into the gap up into center field. So one out base runner on the single there by McCaw. That'll bring up R.J. Williams, the left fielder. Joined the team late this season, but he's had a pretty solid season thus far. Of course, his first 3 plate appearances were all walks. His on-base percentage is at .444. He's only hitting .158. He struggled to find the ball with his bat, but with Bowling Green, he hit .288 this past season. He attends Bowling Green State University. .288 with 3 RBIs and a .391 on-base percentage. We'll see if he can heat it up here with 1 out, a man on first. Here comes delivery outside to him, ball 1. 1-0 now the count. For R.J. Williams, he has been a frequent starter since he's joined the team. His first appearance was a pinch-hitting situation, and then he came out. Now he's started the past 3 games in left field. Here comes the 1-0 delivery to him. This is outside again. Ball 2, and they're actually going to say it's a balk. So they will no pitch, so the count will be 1-0, and Jake McCaw will be moved to second on the balk, and now Guy is going to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher, Wilson. They're just going to discuss their dinner plans and get a new ball to him, I guess. And count still 1-0 here to RJ. Runner on second now in Jake McCaw. McCaw, if he wanted to try to advance to third, he does have 1 stolen base to his name on the season already. See if he decides to run or if he gets the call to. This will be outside, ball 2. 2-0 now the count. Still no score here. We are in the top of the second. Reminder, both these games are only scheduled for 7 innings. More will be provided if needed. Look back here to second by Wilson before he will gather and deliver the 2-0. This will be low and then blocked up there nicely by Guy, and now there is 3-0 the count. RJ is going to get something to swing at here, or Williams is going to take his walk. Batting left. Get you some updates from some scores around the league. As a check back here on the 3-0. The delivery to RJ Williams is outside, ball 4. 4 straight pitches. Williams will be walked. With only 1 away, there's a man on second and Jake McCaw. Man on first now with RJ Williams to bring up Blake Crossing, the second baseman for the day. He plays shortstop and third as well. Blake Crossing did not play in the first game on Friday against the Joes. In the second game, he led off the game. He was 2 for 3 with a walk as well. He had singles in the first and third. Both of those were leadoff. He shows bunt, pulls it back, but it's going to be called a strike anyway, 0-1. But for Blake Crossing, he started to cool off after the start of the season. He's been a little bit all over this lineup because of it. He's got an 0-1 count here. But yesterday, he really showed what he showed us at the beginning of the season. Again, 2 for 3. He had a fielder's choice in the 6th. And stepping off here now will be Wilson. He walked in the 5th. So he reached base 3 straight plate appearances before and then grounded into a fielder's choice in the 6th. Still reaching but not getting counted for the hit. This one will be low and in the dirt there, blocked up nicely by Guy. Count now 1-1. Scores from around the league. Bottom of the fourth, the Hamilton Joes have a 4-0 lead over the Saginaw Sugar Beets. That's on the road in Saginaw. Here comes the gather here by Wilson. He will look back to second to make sure McCall doesn't run. Here comes the 1-1. Runner goes, and outside, Jake McCall will have a stolen base as he goes to third. R.J. Williams will stay at first. So now they count 2-1 to Blake Crossing with a runner just 90 feet away on third. So 2-1 Crossing. Again, a switch hitter from Dartmouth. He bats left against the righties. Almost got R.J. Williams there with a throwback to first, but they say he got in there safely. It was a very close play. R.J. Williams got a little bit dirty in the dirt there, but it's part of the big game of baseball when you play on dirt fields. Here comes the 2-1. This is cut on and missed. Count evens up now at 2-2. Richmond Jazz have an 8-1 lead over the Lake Erie Monarchs on the road. St. Clair Green Giants at home have a 3-0 lead over the Licking County Settlers. And those are the only games going on here today. Lima Locos and Galleon Graders will also be playing a doubleheader like we are here. They'll be playing that later. Runner goes. This is hit right over at third, and the only play will be at first. They're now 2 away. An RBI there for Blake Crossing on the fielder's choice. So 1-0, your Mariners on top now here, folks. They're now 2 away. The play was 5-3. Runner now on second in R.J. Williams. That'll bring up designated hitter Stephen Fitzsimmons. This is where he plays when he does play. The DH. This is high, ball 1. 1-0 now the count. He rotates in that spot with either one of the regular position players or Jared Morello. They kind of rotate the DH spot here. Wearing number 11, Fitzsimmons, the DH today from Valparaiso. Business management major, Golden Valley, Minnesota native. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. This will be a high fly ball into center, and it'll be caught there by the center fielder Inferner, and that'll bring the inning to a close. But not before the Mariners score a run on one hit. No errors and the one man left on base. So with a 1-0 lead, the Mariners now head to the bottom of the second. Joshua Riggs comes out with the lead. He'll be going up against Griffin Bernardo, Jake Cates, and Ryan Ferner. Thank you for listening to Mariners Baseball here on YouTube. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back out here to Cincinnati, Ohio. The Mariners enjoying a 1-0 lead. Let's go ahead and set the defense here now behind Joshua Riggs. Out in left field, R.J. Williams, Ryan Stacy in center field, and then right field will be Jaron Lovely. Infield now, Jake McCall at third base, Chris Myers at shortstop. At second base, it is Blake Crossing, and on first base, it's Evan Spry. Doing the catching today is Logan Adams. Riggs now with a 1-0 lead, steps back out. He got a strikeout to lead off and then a couple of ground outs to retire the side in order. Griffin Bernardo now comes up, followed by Jake Cates and Ryan Ferner after that. For Bernardo, the third baseman. Here comes the delivery to him. This will be high. 1-0. For Bernardo entering this season, he's hitting .400 as he fouls this one to the backstop to even up the count at 1-1. Hitting .400 coming into today with a .519 on-base percentage, including 12 RBIs, 4 extra base hits, including a home run from the University of Central Florida. This will be high and inside, ball 2, 2-1 now the count. For UCF, where he studies criminal justice, this past season he had 29 appearances with 20 starts as he gets the 2-1 delivery. This is cut on and missed. Count evens up now at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 delivery to him. This will be cut on and missed, and down goes swinging will be Bernardo. There's one away. Second strikeout of the day for Riggs to bring up Jake Cates. For Cates, enters this season batting .333 entering this game. Liberty Township, Ohio native. He has a .395 on-base percentage. 5 extra base hits, including a home run, as this one missing outside, ball 1. He's batting left. He's got 6 RBIs and a couple stolen bases to his name. Here comes the 1-0 delivery from Cates. This will be swung on, just tipped to the backstop. Count evens up at 1-1 with 1 out, nobody on. Riggs having a solid day to start here. We'll see. Again, he went 7 innings in his second and most recent start, so we'll see if he can go here today again. As this one missing high and outside, ball 2, 2-1 now the count. For Riggs, if he could go 7 innings for these doubleheaders, that would be a complete game since both games are only scheduled to go 7. And surely you don't want to try to use the bullpen. This one is rocketed into right field and to get off the wall, and it will be a double. Here comes the throw to second. It will be in time, and they'll call him safe. Just barely did he get his hand in there, so it'll be a double there for Cates with 1 out. Ryan Fernier, the center fielder, will come in now to bat. Wearing number 3, batting right with a runner on second, hitting .222 coming into this game with a .286 on base percentage, 8 RBIs to his name. And when he gets on base, he's got 6 stolen bases, so look for his wheels if he ever gets a chance in this one. He attends Xavier, where he had 27 appearances with 14 starts, hitting .281 with 3 home runs, 7 RBIs this past season for Xavier. A local college here in Cincinnati, of course. This is cut on and missed there quickly by Fernier. 0-1. For Xavier, he attended Clay High School, where he was hitting where he hit .398 as a senior. This is an inside strike on the low corner there. 0-2 now the quickly to count here to Fernier. Again, as a senior, hitting .398 at his high school, all conference and all district honors. He was also a running back for his football program in high school. This will be fouled off towards the third base dugout. By the way, for the first time this season, the Mariners are in the third base dugout. Every game they've been to, at home they use the first base dugout, and then every place we've gone to thus far has put them in the first base dugout. But here today, they are in the third base dugout. Just a little bit of fun fact. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. This will be fouled past the first base dugout and way out of play. 0-2. Still the count here. Riggs to Fernier. Fernier steps back in, batting right. Hitting .222 from Oregon, Ohio. Here comes the delivery to him in the 0-2. This is low and in the dirt. Nicely blocked up there by Logan Adams, though. Count goes to 1-2. Steam trying to answer the 1 spot put up by the Mariners in the top of this inning. In the second inning, we are 1-0 Mariners lead. Check back to second before Riggs delivers. Cut on and miss. Down goes swinging will be Fernier, and there are 2 away. Third strikeout of the day for Riggs. That'll bring up Aaron Levy, second baseman. He attends Ohio University. He's a local here. He's from Cincinnati, Ohio. He's hitting .179 with a .283 on-base percentage and 6 RBIs coming into this game. At Ohio this past season, he had 52 appearances, hitting .230 with 5 home runs. Here comes the delivery to him. He'll foul this one back to the screening. 0-1 now the count quickly to him. 5 home runs, 22 RBIs at college this past season. A .293 on-base percentage. Princeton High School is where he played his prep ball. Over his sophomore and junior season, he hit .310 with 12 doubles and 6 triples, including 38 RBIs while swiping 16 bases. This one is low, ball 1. 1-1 now the count here to Levy. Levy, the hometown boy. Sure, his family loves to come out and see him play when they're at home. Check back here to second, and the 1-1 delivery with 2 outs. Cut on and missed there by Levy. 1-2. A 1-out double so far. The first hit of the game for the Steam. That was by Jake Cates. He sits on second now. It was a very close play and a great throw there by Lovely in right field, trying to get him, but couldn't get the tag on him in time. Strike 3 called. Catches the outside of the corner. 4th strikeout of the day for Riggs, and that will retire the side. We will now head to the top of the third. Mariners enjoying a 1-0 lead. Due up for the Mariners. It will be the top of the order in Evan Spry, Jaron Lovely, and Chris Myers. Thank you for listening to Mariners Baseball here on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Back live here from Cincinnati, Ohio. They call themselves the Queen City, but we all know that's a lie. Charlotte, North Carolina, my hometown, is actually the Queen City. Named after Queen Charlotte, they just, here in Cincinnati, call themselves the Queen City because a lot of people moved here back in the 1800s. And they were also founded later than Charlotte. So Charlotte, North Carolina, the real Queen City. Moving on, Evan Spry, Jaron Lovely, Chris Myers due up here. Evan Spry struck out his first time up. He was the first of 3 strikeout victims in that first inning, and the only 3 strikeouts for Jay Wilson came back in that first inning. For Evan Spry, 0 for 1 now steps in, trying to improve on his strikeout swinging. Mariners enjoy a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third from Cincinnati, Ohio. It's nice and sunny. You couldn't have known that here comes the 1-0 delivery. This one will bounce in the turf, get away from the catcher there, but no runners on base, no need to worry about it. 1-0 count now here to Spry. You would not have known that this western part of Ohio / eastern part of Indiana, this one will be low in the turf, also getting away here from the catcher towards the backstop. 2-0 now the count, nobody on base, no need to chase. Basically for the most of the league, western part of Ohio, and southwestern part of Ohio, that is. Here comes the delivery. This will be low. Ball 3. 3-0 now the count. And the eastern parts of Indiana, where a good portion of the teams for the Great Lakes Summer League are, you would not have known that there was a storm. This one just catching the outside corner there, 3-1. Not have known that a storm was just circulating just this past week. A lot of rain. 3-1 delivery. This will be chopped over to the second baseman. It's a slow hopper. He gathers it up and throws out Spry, 1 away. 4-3 assisted ground out there. Jaron Lovely 0 for 1 with a strikeout, swinging back in the first as well. Because, yeah, in Salina, where the Mariners are from, we enjoyed a lot of rain. Again, Hamilton, we had to have a doubleheader on Friday when we were supposed to have a game on Thursday and Friday because rain happened. That's just a bit north here. That's just a little bit north from this one. Popped high into foul territory. We'll get down near the tarp here. It's technically out of play. That's why we had to have a doubleheader in Hamilton. That's why we're having a doubleheader here, as the field was flooded yesterday. It didn't really rain here in Cincinnati yesterday. Just the field flooded a little bit. They said we can't play. Come out tomorrow for another doubleheader. And again, in Hamilton on Friday, we actually played about half the game on Friday. The first half of the first game in rain, as here comes the 0-1 delivery. This will be cut on and missed by Lovely. He's down to the count 0-2. We had to play that one in rain, so then it dried up. It got humid. Ball carried a little bit better. But it is sunny now here in these southwestern parts of Ohio, so maybe the rain's gone away. We can get back to having a normal schedule. As the 0-2 is high outside. Ball 1, 1-0. 1-2. There are some clouds, but they're just clouds, and they're pretty thick clouds, but still blue skies up here. Ball 2 missing here low, 2-2 the count. Decent crowd brought out here to Max McCleary Field. Here comes the 2-2 delivery with one out, cut on and missed. Gets away here from the catcher, but he'll throw it down to first to complete the strikeout. There are 2 away. That's the second time that Lovely will go down swinging. It'll be the 4th strikeout victim here to Jay Wilson, and that'll bring up Chris Myers. Had a 2-out single back in the first, playing shortstop here today. He's 1 for 1. Catcher and pitcher having a conversation on the mound here quickly. With 2 outs, nobody on. Myers tried to get his 2nd hit of the game. For Chris Myers. Wearing number 40. Infielder by nature, he can play pretty much anywhere. From Sugar Land, Texas, he attends University of Texas at San Antonio. This one is a low ball, missing, 1-0. Correction, I misidentified, as this is strike 1, 1-1 now the count here. Chris Myers is actually attends the University of Toledo. He's from Miamisburg, Ohio. He's hitting .256 coming into this game, as here comes the 1-1 delivery to him. He cuts on and misses. 1-2 now the count to him. .348 on base percentage, 4 RBIs, and if he can get on base, he can run with those 4 steals. For Toledo this past season, he had 41 appearances. This one missing outside. Side count evens up at 2-2. Hitting .278 with 2 home runs, 18 RBIs for Toledo. He had a stretch for UT where he reached 21 games in a row. This one is popped very slowly, but gets to the protective netting. Actually, correction, it was a strikeout, but Chris Myers will reach on the wild pitch. So, an extra out will be needed here, as Logan Adams will get a chance. He struck out stringing. That'll be the 5th strikeout on the record here. But on the wild pitch, Chris Myers reaches safe first, so there's only 2 away. Score 1-0 as Logan Adams steps in, batting right. The cleanup man. Also playing catcher. Here comes the delivery to him. This one will be cracked right to the second baseman. Flips it over to his shortstop covering on second. And that will get the force out to end the inning on the 4-6 play there. On the fielder's choice. So still 1-0. Mariners having that 1-run lead. We will now head to the bottom of this 3rd inning. Marshall Gee, Thomas Bennett, and then Hunter Hughes due up for the Cincinnati Steam. I'd like to thank you for listening to Mariners Baseball here on YouTube. We'll be right back. Back out here in Cincinnati, Ohio, Mariners enjoying a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd of 7 innings here in the first game of the doubleheader. Stepping in will be Marshall Gee, the catcher, for his first plate appearance of the game. Steam enter this game 9-2. Mariners enter this game at 6-6. Here comes the delivery. This will be popped right over to Blake Crossing, who'll gather it up and throw it over to first. It was a little bit offline, but there's one away on the first pitch. 4-3 that play. That'll bring up the 9-hitter Thomas Bennett, wearing number 9, batting right. Bennett entering this game hitting .238 with a .515 on base percentage, 6 RBIs to his name. He attends Kentucky, where he did not have an appearance this past season for the Wildcats. This one here, strike one, 0-1 now the count here to Bennett. Here comes the 0-1. This will be called strike two, catching the low part of the zone there. 0-2 now, quickly the count here for Riggs, trying to get his 5th strikeout of the game and tie his counterpart on the other side of the mound. And it'll be the 5th strikeout, as it is called strike 3. Bennett will go down looking. And now we will go back to the top of the order with 2 away, nobody on. 1-0 lead here for the Mariners. On the road, Hunter Hughes, left fielder, struck out swinging his first time up back in the first. Warrior number 33, batting left against the right-hander here. This one will be delivered to him. It'll be popped. Running in will be the third baseman. Throwing over to first. Just in time, they will get it. There, great play and great hustle by McCall to come in and grab that one. And there are 3 away now. The side is retired in order. We will now head to the top of the 4th. Mariners still holding that 1-0 lead. Ryan Stacy, Jake McCall, and R.J. Williams do up for the Mariners. Thank you for listening to Mariners Baseball here on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We are back here live in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ryan Stacy, Jake McCall, and R.J. Williams do up here for the Mariners. Stacy 0 for 1. He lined out to second his last time up. Solid contact, but was right to the second baseman. Now, so he will come in, the center fielder. Pretty solid out there in center field. Hasn't really let anything get by him. They've all been great plays so far for him. For Stacy, hitting .314 coming into this game. The Sugar Land, Texas native, attends the University of Texas at San Antonio. This will be an outside fastball, missing. 1-0 the count. For Stacy, 9 RBIs. He also got the first 2 home runs of the season. There's so far been 3 for the Mariners. He cuts on and misses this one. 1-1 now the count to him. But for Stacy, he's been swinging the bat pretty well to begin this season. At college, he had 56 total appearances. This will be outside ball 2. 2-1 the count. 56 appearances with 48 starts at Texas San Antonio. Hitting .274. Here comes the delivery to him. He'll cut on and miss. Strike 2. Count evens up at 2-2. Stacy will adjust his batting glove and his shin guard before stepping in. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. This will be low. Ball 3, and the count is full at 3-2. Very patient at bat here for Stacy. That's why he has a .447 on base percentage. He can draw his walks as the cloud now comes over the field and provides some shade. He will cut on and miss, so he will go down swinging. Still 1-0 lead. That'll be the 6th strikeout of the day here for starting pitcher Jay Wilson. Having a pretty efficient day there. Jake McCall, third baseman, now comes in. 1 for 1 with a stolen base. He had a single back in the second, and he stole third after reaching second on the balk. This will be outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. This one will miss as well, a little bit low. Ball 2. 2-0 now the count. McCaw looks, gathers. This will be high outside, ball 3. 3-0 now the count here. McCaw having a patient at bat here against Jay Wilson. Not swinging at anything. Here comes a 3-0 to him. This will be ball 4 as it is low and in the dirt, and it'll get through the legs there of the catcher as well. So with 1 out, Jake McCaw will draw a walk. He'll reach base for the second time today to bring up R.J. Williams. Walked in his previous time back in the second inning. Left fielder batting left. The Falcon from Bowling Green State University, where he studies communications. He's from Pickerington, Ohio. With 1 out, he's got a man on first. He will step in. Wilson will look in for his sign and throw back to first. Go back standing will be McCaw. And we'll go again. Here comes the first pitch to Williams. This will miss high. Ball 1. 1-0 the count now here to Williams, wearing number 4. Mariners in their road blues with gray pants. They've got the white trim and the green numbers and letters. Home whites for the Steam. Here comes the delivery. McCaw goes. This will be tapped right back to the catcher. And it will be a double play because the catcher caught it. Throws it back to first because off and running was McCaw. There'll be a double play there. Correction, it did take a hop. I didn't think it took a hop, but it did. So there's only one away now. McCaw does advance to second. Blake Crossing had an RBI fielder's choice his last time up. That drove in Jake McCaw. This one will be hit right back to the pitcher. And that will end the inning. It was a hard hit ball, but Blake Crossing will go down there as the pitcher put his glove right out, caught the ball to end the inning. So in this inning there were no hits, no runs scored, 1 man left on base with no errors. We will now head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Mariners enjoying a lead at 1-0 here at Cincinnati, Ohio. We'll be right back. Thank you for listening here on YouTube. So for the Steam here now in the bottom of the 4th, it'll be Sebastian Fabic, Eddie Persinger, and then Griffin Bernardo due up. Fabic 0 for 1, grounded to second his previous time up. He will now step in. Batting right, wearing number 5. Fabic attends the Ohio University. Here comes delivery to him. Check swing there, low, ball 1. 1-0 now the count here to Fabic. Updates from some scores around the league. In the bottom of the 5th, the Saginaw Sugar Beets trying to mount a comeback. They trail 4-3 at home to the Hamilton Joes. This one fouled back high, out of play. 1-1 now the count here to Fabic. Richmond Jazz increased their lead now 9-1 over the Lake Erie Monarchs on the road. St. Clair Green Giants have a 3-0 lead over the Licking County Settlers in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the 1-1 delivery to Fabic, catching the inside of the plate there, 1-2. Those are all the games going on, including ours, which is now 1-0 score. 1-2 now the count here to Fabic. Riggs will set, gather, and deliver. Low and in the dirt there. Ball 2. Holding up his swing is Fabic. Count evens up. Later on today, the Richmond Jazz and Lake Erie Monarchs will be playing a doubleheader, as well as we will here in Cincinnati between the Monarchs and the Steam. This will be popped off the bat high into right field and off the fence, played there by Lovely. Heading to second will be Fabic, and he will be in there standing with a leadoff double. Fabic will get that leadoff double, his first hit of the game, and that'll bring up Eddie Persinger. Grounded out to second his previous time up. With no outs, he's got a man on second now and in scoring position. Galleon, the Graders, and Lima Locos will be playing a doubleheader as well today. First game slated for 6:35, second game about a half hour after that. The Muskegon Clippers at home will be hosting the Southern Ohio Copperheads later on today as well. 1-0 the score. Mariners leading. Runner on second with nobody out. Eddie Persinger steps in. This will be delivered to him, catching the outside of the plate there. Strike one. Riggs so far on the day has 5 strikeouts thus far. His opponent has 6. This one will miss just a little bit high and outside. Ball 1. 1-1 now the count here. Check back here to second. Riggs does his double take now, delivers the 1-1. This one low into the turf. Adams blocks it up there nicely. Keeps it in front of him, keeping the runner there, and Fabic back at second. Count now goes to 2-1. Bottom of the 4th here. Nobody up in the Mariners bullpen. No really reason to think there should be. Here comes the delivery. This one will be high fly ball, deep to left. Going, and it is gone. So the Steam will give up their lead here, or the Steam will take the lead here now. Mariners will give up the lead. It is now a 2-1 ball game with still nobody out. It's a 2-run shot there by Eddie Persinger to bring up Griffin Bernardo. And the thing is, that has been the issue here for Riggs. That'll be his 4th home run given up of the season, and is here his 3rd start. So Riggs has struggled giving up the long ball, as he will now deliver the first pitch to Bernardo. This will be low, ball 1. He'll cut on and miss on this one. Strike 1, 1-1 now the count to Bernardo. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. This is high inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. This will be popped high. Not even going to leave the infield, though. Shortstop here, and Chris Myers will come underneath it. 1 away. This will bring up now Jake Cates. Had a double back in the 2nd inning with 1 away. Playing first base here. Stepping in, batting left. He'll be going up against the righty, Joshua Riggs. 2-1 the score now. Steam leading. Here comes the delivery to him. This is a high fastball, not chasing. Ball 1. 1-0 to Cates. Here comes the delivery to him. This one is high, and this one will leave the park as well. So Riggs will give up another home run, and the lead now increases to 3-1. Now on the solo shot there by Cates, not much doubt coming off the bat. The only thing about that one is it might have gone foul, but it stayed in play on the right field and went out of the park. Stayed fair. So 3-1 now. The Mariners are trailing here on the road once again. Same old story we saw down in up in Hamilton, I guess, from our spot. In Hamilton, they would take a 1-0 lead. Actually, both of those leads came in the early innings. This one came in the 2nd. Those both came in the 1st. And then they give up a couple of runs around the 4th inning. So the story continues here for the Mariners. Let's see if they can mount the comeback, though. This will be a high fastball here. Well picked up there by Logan Adams. Ball 1. So we'll see if the Mariners now can improve. Here comes the delivery on the 1-0. This will be check swing. They say he did not go around. Ball 2. Now we're going to have a conversation here between Logan Adams and Joshua Riggs. 2-0 the count now. Going to have a conversation. I believe somebody might be getting up in the bullpen now for the Mariners after 2 home runs given up here and a double also by Riggs. Here comes the 2-0 delivery from Riggs. This will be a strike on the inside corner there. 2-1 now the count here. Tefurnier now at bat. Struck out swinging his previous time up, the center fielder. Batting right. Here comes the delivery to him. This one will be high, popped out of play towards the first base dugout and landed in some bushes. 2-2 now the count. Only one away here in the bottom of the fourth. 3-1. The home team Steam now lead. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. This will be low and in the turf. Gets away from Adams, but with nobody on. 3-2. Count full here now. Riggs to Tefurnier. With 1 out, here comes the payoff pitch. Low and in the turf, ball 4. They'll say he did not go around. So 1 out base runner here after Tefurnier is walked. That'll bring up Aaron Levy. Now we're going to have head coach Damon Hacker come out, have a conversation with his pitcher. As Levy steps in, 0 for 1, struck out looking his last time up. Somebody gets up in the bullpen. It's not at an angle in which I can see, so I wish I could tell you who it is, but the third base dugout blocks it from my angle. Same thing down the first base line. First base dugout blocks me out behind home plate here today, by the way. The press box just above the stands. With 1 out, runner on first. Aaron Levy steps up, struck out looking his most previous time up. Playing second base here today. 3-1 the score after a solo shot, or after a 2-run shot, then a solo shot was given up here by Riggs. He'd be now in line for the loss if the Mariners cannot respond in the top of the 5th. This one is a low fastball here, ball 1. Almost like now, Riggs is afraid to throw strikes after seeing 2 leave the park. Runner goes, swung on and missed. This one will head to second, not in time. 1-1 the count now. Runner at second. Stolen base there for Tefurnier. Count 1-1 here now to Levy. The second baseman struck out looking his last time up. Riggs will step back on to get his sign with a runner at second now in scoring position. He trails 3-1 with his team. This will be low into the turf, blocked up there nicely by Adams. Count goes to 2-1. And again, as I mentioned, the Mariners against the Joes, both games they got out to a 1-0 lead, and then they weren't able to add any insurance after it. And then, one way or form, the home team would score. Is this one missing outside 3-1? And it really does look like Riggs is afraid to throw strikes now. As he will gather at the belt, check back to second. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. This will be swung on, fouled off his leg. Levy. And it'll be gathered up by the man on the on-deck circle, Marshall Gee. Count now full at 3-2. And as I was saying, the Mariners against the Joes and even against the Leprechauns, they were able to get a lead. They did beat the Leprechauns in their first game, and also the second game against the Joes, they managed to come back in the late goings of that one. This one is a high fly ball out to left field. Going back is R.J. Williams, making the catch with the sun in his eyes. And the runner head to third. Throw over to second, and Blake Crossing is covering there. The 7-5-4 double play there. And let me just tell you what happened. I don't know if Tefurnier lost what happened or if he thought R.J. Williams didn't catch the ball, because he was standing on third getting ready to round home when R.J. made the catch at the fence. And he just kind of stuttered just enough. Williams threw it into third to the third baseman, Bernardo, and the Bernardo, of course, threw it over to second where Crossing was. And got the third out of the inning. So 3-1 the score here now in Cincinnati. We will head to the top of the 5th, see if the Mariners can't respond. response, Stephen Fitzsimmons, and then back to the top of the order, Evan Spry and Jaron Lovely due up for the Mariners. Thank you for listening here on YouTube. I'll be right back. So Stephen Fitzsimmons, the designated hitter for this first game here of 2, live from Cincinnati. Donovan Mann, the voice of the Mariners, here on YouTube, bringing you all the play-by-play. Mariners now trail 3-1 after giving up a couple home runs back in the bottom of the 4th. Fitzsimmons 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to center, his most recent time up. He'll be trying to get the comeback here going in the top of the 5th for the Mariners. Again, this game only going to 7 because the doubleheader rules for the Great Lakes Summer League. So time is short here for the Mariners. 3 more innings to go. This will be an outside fastball missing there. 1-0 the count. Jay Wilson back on the mound. This is just catching the outside of the plate there. 1-1 now the count here to Fitzsimmons. For Wilson. 6 strikeouts for him on the day. Here comes the delivery for Fitzsimmons. Cuts on and misses there. He's down in the count now 1-2. And those 6 strikeouts playing a huge part in this game for the Mariners. They did score off of a single from Jake Wilson and then a RBI fielder's choice by Blake Crossing. This one missing here now. Count evens up at 2-2 to Fitzsimmons. But other than that, they've not been really to get anything going. Should have been a 1-2-3 inning back in the 3rd, but Chris Myers reached on a wild pitch, chasing in the dirt here. Fitzsimmons will head after the pitch was a little bit wild there, but he will go down swinging. 1 away. He had no business swinging at that pitch. That was way in the dirt, but he swung, and he'll be the first out of this inning. He is the 7th strikeout victim to Wilson here, who... Wilson, with only 4 entering this game here in 3 appearances, there's a strike 1 called here to Evan Spry, 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout in the 1st and a ground out to 2nd in the 3rd. In 3 previous appearances, this one's low in the dirt, ball 1, 1-1 the count. 3 previous appearances, Wilson only struck out 4, and he is now in his 5th inning of work. If he goes this, he double the amount of innings he's worked thus far. This is 2nd start. This one is hit well into center field. It'll drop for a base hit, so it'll be a 1-out single here for Spry, his first base hit of the game. That'll bring up Jaron Lovely 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts in the 3rd and 1st. So a little bit something going now with a 1-out single here by Spry. That'll bring up Jaron Lovely, of course, trying to continue that. Batting left just like Spry. We'll see how much in the long haul as this one misses outside by Wilson. How much in the long haul is Wilson? We may have seen the last of Riggs here in this one. We'll see if he comes out for the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 now the count as that one misses outside. Jay Wilson will look in. The righty delivers. This will be popped right to the first baseman, touching on first and then going down to second and making the play. So it's a 3-4, 3-6 assisted ground out or double play there. So Mariners go away with on the 1 hit, no runs scored, no errors, and no man left on base. Mariners trailing 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Thank you for listening here on YouTube. I'll be right back. So that'll bring up Marshall Gee now. Steam here at home enjoying a 3-1 lead after getting 2 home runs. One was a 2-shot, one was a single shot. Back in the bottom of the 4th, we are in the bottom of the 5th now. Mariners trying to defend what they have. It is Riggs, by the way, still on the mound. He delivers a ball 1 here to Gee. Gee grounded out his previous time up back in the 3rd. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. This will be swung on, tapped weakly here to third baseman. McCall throws it over to Spry on first base. 1 away. That'll bring up Thomas Bennett, shortstop. Struck out looking his previous time up back in the 3rd. 0 for 1 on the day. Batting 9th. 3-1 the score here. Hometown Steam leading. Joshua Riggs now on after giving up a couple of home runs in the previous inning. Again, that's been really the kryptonite for Riggs, is he's given up now 5 home runs on the season, and has been what's hurting him. He's been pretty well with his pitching. I mean, strikeouts, he has 8 strikeouts coming into this game, and he, in this game already, has 5 already, so make him at 13 strikeouts a game. 1-0 the count as the first pitch misses. Second pitch called for a strike. 1-1 now the count. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. This will catch the inside corner there. Strike 2, 1-2. The thing is, in the 4th inning, it was almost like Riggs could not throw a strike, and when he did, it was too much of a strike, too much on the plate, and they were both knocked out for home runs or a double. This one fouled off here. Count remains at 1-2. One, two, the count. Here comes the delivery. This will be hit into left field. R.J. Williams will stop it in his tracks. It'll be a 1-out single there for Bennett. This will bring up Hunter Hughes with a runner on first with 1 out. 3-1 the lead here for his hometown Steam. He's 0 for 2 on the day, though, with a ground out back in the 3rd, and a strikeout in the 1st. Riggs will step on. He will deliver. First pitch called a strike on the outside corner there. Strike 1, 0-1 now the count. Mariners hoping to defend what they have right now, as the situation is 3-1. They hope to keep it at that and possibly get a chance in either the 6th or 7th inning, as this one's fouled back and out of play, not past the third base dugout. 0-2 the count now here to Hughes. Could do what they did against Hamilton, and that was mount the comeback in the late innings. This will be swung on, popped back straight down. 0-2 the count still. For the Mariners, they entered Friday's second game trailing into the 6th, and then they scored 3 runs in that 6th inning to mount the comeback. This one will be picked up here by Crossing, going over to second base, not getting it, though, to first base in time to turn the double play, so it'll be a fielder's choice there. 4-6 the play on the fielder's choice. They tried to get him at first. The throw, I don't think, was going to be in time anyway. Spry didn't catch it to begin with. So that is, by the way, as I was saying, hope, though, for the Mariners. This was the score yesterday, was 3-1 going into the 6th inning. The Mariners were able to score 3 runs in the top of the 6th to get a 4-3 lead. And then they protected that lead in the bottom of the 7th and bottom of the 6th. Only 2 outs, though, here. Sebastian Fabic now steps in with a runner on first, and Hughes. Here comes the first pitch to Fabic. This will be fouled back out of play. 0-1 now the count. Fabic had a double that led off the 4th inning. He was then scored on the 2-run shot by Persinger. And it was from there that things just went downhill for Riggs. This one low and in the dirt. Ball 1-1 now the count here to Riggs. Riggs will gather at the belt. Throw back to first. Spry will make the catch. Runner back in time. And Hughes. The count remains at 1-1. Thank you all for listening here. Mariners live from Cincinnati. It's 2 games and a doubleheader. This is the first game. Here comes the strike two, catching the inside corner there. 1-2 now the count. Strike zone been very consistent here today, which is something we haven't been able to say in some past games. But Friday in Hamilton, and here today, the strike zone is pretty consistent with what the umpire behind the plate's been calling. This one low into the turf there, trying to find that spot again. Ball two. 2-2 the count. Count evened up now, 2-2 Riggs. To the right-handed pitcher, to the right-hander Sebastian Fabic. The right fielder checked back here to first by Riggs before he will gather at the belt and deliver. This will be swung on and missed. And down goes swinging will be Fabic. And there's now retired the side. So the Mariners trailing 3-1 like they did against Hamilton in the second game, going into the top of the sixth. Due up for the Mariners, it'll be Chris Myers, Logan Adams, and Ryan Stacy. Thank you for listening to Mariners Baseball right here on YouTube. I'll be right back. So Jay Wilson's day is done. New pitcher on the mound here for the Steam. It'll be Austin Shepard, a right-hander, coming in here now, the top of the sixth. Austin Wilson's numbers looks like this. He has no record. He has gone 3 innings thus far in 2 previous appearances. 3 ERA with 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Lexington, Kentucky native. He attends Eastern Kentucky, where he did not play this past season. Final numbers for Woodson look like this. He gave up 1 earned run on 3 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 5 innings of work. So here comes Chris Myers, first due up. He's 1 for 2, struck out in the 3rd inning as he swings at this one, fouls it off. He's 1 for 2, struck out in the 3rd, but reached on a wild pitch. He had a single with 2 outs back in the 1st. This will be his 3rd plate appearance here in the top of the 6th, trying to get the comeback going here for the Mariners as they trail 3-1. Here comes the delivery. This will be swung on and missed. Count now quickly 0-2. Myers has not had a lot of plate discipline thus far in this game. With the 0-2 now, 3-1 the score. Here comes the delivery from Shepard. This will be low and in the dirt there. Ball 1. 1-2 now the count here to Myers. Leading off this inning. He plays shortstop here today. He plays shortstop and 3rd base mainly, depending on how head coach Damon Hacker wants to use the lineup. And down goes swinging will be Chris Myers. That'll be the 2nd time he strikes out on the day. That'll be the 8th strikeout here for Steam pitching on the day. And they have done a very good job of keeping the Mariners hitters at check. And it's been a lot of strikeout swinging. There's actually been no one gone out looking, so I don't know if the Mariners just aren't able to see the ball here today, as now Logan Adams steps in. He is 0 for 2. Grounded to his fielder's choice his last time up. Here comes delivery to him. This will be inside, ball 1. 1-0 now the count to Adams, the catcher for the Mariners, batting right. Struck out his first time up. Grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 3rd. Here comes the delivery. This is low and in the dirt, 2-0. With one out, nobody on. Adams in the right-hander's batter's box. 2-0 delivery to him actually hits him. So Adams is hit by a pitch there. He will get aboard. And Ryan Stacy 0 for 2 now steps in, struck out swinging his most recent time up. He'll be looking to do something now with a base runner on first in Logan Adams. Ryan Stacy playing center field here today like he does every time he starts. Only one game to memory in which he didn't start. That was against the Leprechauns in Game 2 with one out. 3-1 the score. Outside fastball missing. Ball 1, 1-0 the count here to Stacy. With a 1-0, check back to first here. And stepping off is Shepard. And putting Logan Adams back on. Again, Logan Adams, no stolen bases on the year, but they aren't afraid to run with him. As this one is foul, tipped back to the screen. 1-1 the count. Head coach Damon Hacker did say, I will not be afraid to run with my catchers if I feel like I can. So he will run Adams if he needs. Neither he nor the other catcher, Tyson Hayes, for the Mariners. Actually, Hayes does have one stolen base. Stacy batting left, center fielder. The 1-1 count gathered here by Shepard delivered. This is a high fastball, strike 2, or ball 2, correction, 2-1. Get you some updates from some scores around the Great Lakes Summer League in just a second, but before I do, I'll get you some updates from around the majors. 2-1 count here to Stacy. Shepard will step and look, deliver the 2-1. This is a high miss there, 3-1. The Cleveland Indians beat the Detroit Tigers 12-2 today in Cleveland. 3-1 the count now here to Stacy. Tampa Bay Rays and New York Yankees tied in Tampa Bay. Throwback here to first. It's a very weak throw. It's just kind of to tell Logan Adams get back. Not really to try to get him out. 3-1 still the count now here to Stacy. Tampa Bay Rays and Yankees tied at 6. Cardinals in Milwaukee playing the Brewers, lead 8-2 on the road. Mariners in Colorado. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. It's called ball 4 with one out. Runner on first, runner on second for Jake McCall. He is 1 for 1 with a single back in the second, then walked in the fourth. He also has a stolen base back in the second as well. And now we're going to have a conversation here on the mound between coach, pitcher, and catcher. Marlins in Colorado against the Rockies lead 4-2 in the bottom of the second on the road. Padres and Giants. Padres have a 1-0 lead in San Fran at the end of the fifth. At the end of the fourth, the Blue Jays lead the Angels 3-1 on the road. The Red Sox beat the Mariners, the Seattle Mariners that is, in Boston 5-0. The Reds beat the Cubs in Cincinnati here, not that far from here, 8-6 earlier today, and the Dodgers beat the Mets 8-7 in 11. Jake McCall stepping in now here. The meeting on the mound is over, separated by the umpire. 3-1 the score. Mariners trailing here in the top of the sixth. Only one out with a runner on second and Logan Adams, runner on strike one called here, catching the plate pretty well there on the Lowe's part of the zone, 0-1. And the runner on first, Ryan Stacy, drew a walk. Logan Adams was hit by a pitch. 0-1 count here to McCall. Check back to second and Adams. Here comes the 0-1 delivery to him outside. Ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Finish up the Major League scores. Braves beat the Orioles 7-3 at home. Pirates lost to the Diamondbacks 3-0 at home. White Sox, as this one is inside. Throw back to first and not in time, so I don't know. Ryan Stacy got caught in no man's land there. 2-1 there, caught stealing 2-3, caught stealing there will be Ryan Stacy. So now there's 2 away, runner on second. Jake McCaw has a 1-1 count, or 2-1 count. Score's still 3-1, and sure, Stacy's going to get a little bit of a conversation with the coach back in the dugout. They're going to appeal. They say he did not go. Ball 3 now as that one missed inside. 3-1 the count. White Sox beat the Athletics 10-3 in Chicago. Twins beat the Rangers 2-0 at home in Minneapolis. And the Astros beat the Royals 11-3 in Houston. This will be tapped here to second base. It'll get into the outfield just past the glove of the second baseman. Rounding third and heading home will be Logan Adams. The throw, not in time, safe. The Mariners will bring it back to a 1-run game. Advancing to second on the throw will be Jake McCaw. So an RBI single there for McCaw, advancing to second on the throw. So with 2 away, runner still in scoring position to bring up R.J. Williams. 0 for 1 on the day, but with a walk back in the second. And that hit just got past the glove of the second baseman, Aaron Levy. He tried to, it may have slowed it down just enough, but base hit and RBI there. Great hustle by Logan Adams. Again, the catchers for the Mariners, both Tyson Hayes and Logan Adams, are very athletic. They're not afraid to run and use them aggressively. 3-2 the score now. Mariners only trailing by 1 in the top of the 6th with 2 away. Strike called as R.J. Williams holds up his swing, but it caught the outside of the plate anyway. 0-1 now to Williams. Look in here by Shepard. Check back to second. And McCaw. Here comes the throw. This will be hit right to Levy. Throw it over to first, and that will end the inning. So in this inning, there was 1 run scored on the 1 hit. 1 man left on base. No errors occurred. Mariners trailing by a score of 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. They'll try to hold the score there, and their last chance to try to win this game or tie it up will be in the 7th. Thank you for listening to Mariners Baseball right here on YouTube. Due up for the Steam, it will be Eddie Persinger, Griffin Bernardo, and Jake Cates. Be right back. So it will be Joshua Riggs returning to the mound for now his 6th inning of work. We'll see what he can do here against Eddie Persinger, who took him yard in the previous at-bat. It was a 2-run shot to right center field, more center than right. The reason why the Mariners are in the hole is part of him. This one catching the outside low corner there, 0-1. That was after a double by Sebastian Fabic to lead off that inning. Then an out occurred, then a home run by Cates. Cates now responsible for the leading run. Are now responsible for the reason why the Steam have the lead after the Mariners were able to score a run in the top of the 6th. 3-2 the score. This one foul tipped back. 0-2 now the count here quickly to Persinger. Hamilton Joes still lead 4-3 on the road against the Saginaw Sugar Beets. Top of the 7th, bottom of the 7th. Lake Erie Monarchs able to score 1 more on the road, but still trail 9-2 to the Jazz in their last chance as they play a doubleheader as well today. Here comes the delivery to them. Checking his swing, missing outside and high. Ball 1, 1-2 now the count. Green Giants have increased their lead over the Settlers at home 6-0. Those are all the games currently going on as this one is hit high, deep to left, but R.J. Williams will get under it. And Persinger is retired. That will bring up Griffin Bernardo. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout, swinging in the second. And he popped out to short his most recent time up back in the fourth. With one away, the score 3-2. Riggs stays on the mound here in his sixth inning of work, just trying to go complete game, trying not to use the bullpen too much. With one away, stepping into the righty's batter's box will be Bernardo. 0 for 2 on the day. Here comes Riggs to deliver to him. Catching the inside corner there. Strike one. 0-1 now the count. He might catch up on some as they'll appeal. Did he go? They say he will. Strike two. He broke the plane. 0-2 now the count here quickly to Bernardo. Here comes the delivery to him. Swung on and missed. Down goes swinging will be Bernardo. That'll bring up Jake Cates with a solo shot back in the fourth. 3-2 the score with 2 outs. Nobody on. By the way, that was the 7th strikeout of the day for Riggs, so he can throw strikes as he throws one here. 0-1 the count. Just the 2 home runs they were caught a little bit too much of the plate, and they were knocked out. This one will be chopped right towards shortstop. Chris Myers gathers it up nicely, throws it over the first, throws in time. 6-3 there will end the inning, and they go in order. The Mariners have one more chance here in this first game of the doubleheader to tie it up or take a lead as we head to the top of the 7th. Due up here for the Mariners, it will be Blake Crossing, Steven Fitzsimmons. At the top of the order, Evan Spry. Thank you for listening to Mariners Baseball right here on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So coming out to try to get the save here will actually be the man who started on first base for the Steam. It'll be Cates now on the mound. Moving over to first base will be Eddie Persinger. The DH has been sacrificed. As part of that, Blake Crossing, Steven Fitzsimmons, Evan Spry due up, the last hope for the Mariners to try to get something going. Only trailing by 1 here in the top of the 7th in a game that'll only go 7 as part of doubleheader rules for the Great Lakes Summer League. Second game scheduled roughly about just after this one, about a half hour or so after this game. 3-2 ball game here from Max McClary Fields. Blake Crossing steps in, switch hitter, batting left against the right-hander. Here comes the delivery. This will catch the plate there, strike one. 0-1 now the count here to Crossing. Here comes the 0-1 delivery, cut on and missed by Crossing. 0-2 now quickly the count. Get you some stats here on Cates his pitching. He has pitched a couple times. Here comes the 0-2 delivering to Crossing. Strike 3 called, and Crossing will go down looking. There's one away. Steven Fitzsimmons 0 for 2 on the day will step in. He struck out swinging his last time up, flew out to center in the second. The left-hander batter, Steven Fitzsimmons. 3-2, the Mariners trailing here on the road, trying to see if they can't come back and complete the comeback that they started in the 6th. Here comes the first pitch to him. This will catch the corner there. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 delivery from Cates to Fitzsimmons. Hit right back to him, and it was caught. Right back to the pitcher. He put his glove up really just to protect his face, and the ball ended up in the glove. And now there are 2 away, and the Mariners are down to their last strike. That'll bring up Evan Spry, 1 for 3 on the day with a single back in the 5th. He is the last hope for the Mariners. For Cates, he has had 3 appearances thus far, going 4 1/3 innings pitched. A 6.23 ERA. He delivers the first ball there, 1-0, as it's a high fastball missing the plate, missing the zone. Here comes the 1-0 delivery from Cates. Hit high, deep to right, going, and off the fence, just hitting the top of the fence. Fumbled out there in center field by the center fielder, but they will get it in and hold Spry to a double. And I'm telling you, that one was just, if that fence was just a little bit lower, we'd be looking at a 3-3 ball game. But the fence is higher than Spry would have liked, so he'll get a double there. And still the score 3-2 with a runner in scoring position. Jaron Lovely 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts, and a conversation here between Cates and his catcher Guy on the mound. Jaron Lovely now trying to keep the inning going after the 2-out double, because I'm telling you, boy, I wish that fence was smaller. If you're the Mariners fans and I'm the Mariners broadcaster, I can say that. I wish that fence was smaller, because that one was hit well. And in any other park in this league, as this one's hit right to the second baseman, gathered up, thrown over to first, and that will end the game. Boy, due to a high fence, we will end the game here in the top of the 7th.
1 hour 31.
Hour and 31 minutes was the time for this game. And the Mariners will drop the first one here on the road, fall to 6-7, but there are 2 games in this doubleheader. And so that'll do it here for game 1 of this doubleheader, live from Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm Donovan Mann. Final score 3-2. Mariners drop this one to the Steam. Steam advanced to 10-2. They are the first team to reach 10 wins in this season. The winning pitcher here will be Jay Wilson, going 5, only allowing the 1 run. Save will go to Jake Cates. Losing pitcher will be Joshua Riggs. He pitched a complete game with 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, all of them earned. He did strike out 7, though. Thank you for listening to Mariners Baseball here. I'll be right back on a new stream in about 30 minutes or so here on YouTube. Thank you for listening.